Breaking news for all SASSA grant recipients. In this crucial video, we're uncovering recent changes to SASSA's payment regulations that could significantly impact when you receive your money. These hidden rule modifications might catch many beneficiaries off guard, potentially leading to unexpected delays. Stay informed and prepared by watching this comprehensive breakdown of what's changing and how to protect your payments. Hey there, everyone! Thank you for joining me today for this absolutely crucial video about SASSA grants and some very important changes you need to know about right now. Before we dive into these urgent updates, please take a moment to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell to stay informed about all things SASSA related. Your support helps us reach more South Africans who need this vital information. Today, I'm bringing you some breaking news that could affect millions of SASSA grant recipients across South Africa. We've discovered several hidden rule changes that have been quietly implemented, and these modifications could potentially delay your grant payment this month. This is not something to panic about, but it's definitely something you need to be aware of and prepare for. Let me start by explaining why these changes are happening. The South African Social Security Agency, SASSA, has been working to improve its systems and reduce fraud, which is commendable. However, these improvements come with new verification procedures and requirements that might catch many beneficiaries off guard. The most concerning part is that these changes weren't widely publicized, which is exactly why we need to discuss them today. One of the most significant changes involves the verification process for grant recipients. Previously, SASSA would conduct random checks on beneficiaries' information, but now they're implementing a more stringent system. This new system requires all beneficiaries to meet certain criteria before their monthly payments are processed. While this is meant to protect both SASSA and legitimate beneficiaries, it could lead to temporary payment delays if you're not prepared. Let's break down the first major change that you need to be aware of. SASSA has introduced new identity verification requirements. This means that if your personal information doesn't exactly match what's in their system, even something as small as a slight difference in how your name is spelled, your payment could be flagged for review. This is particularly important for those who've recently changed their address or contact information but haven't updated their SASSA records. I want to emphasize that if you've moved recently or changed your phone number in the last 6 months, you need to update your information with SASSA immediately. Don't wait until there's a problem with your payment. The process of updating your information is relatively simple, but if you wait until your payment is delayed, it could take much longer to resolve the issue. Another crucial change involves bank account verification. SASSA is now conducting more frequent checks to ensure that the bank accounts receiving grants belong to the actual beneficiaries. This is part of their effort to combat fraud, but it means that if there are any discrepancies with your banking information, your payment could be held up until the issue is resolved. For those of you who collect your grants at post offices or pay points, there are new protocols in place as well. SASSA has implemented additional security measures at these collection points, which might mean longer wait times and more thorough verification procedures. It's essential to bring all your required documentation when collecting your grant, including your ID and any additional papers SASSA might have requested. Let's talk about something that's causing particular concern: the new proof of life requirements. SASSA is now more strictly enforcing the need for beneficiaries to prove they're still eligible for their grants. This means more frequent check-ins and verifications, especially for elderly recipients and those receiving disability grants. If you miss these verification appointments, your payments could be suspended until you complete the process. I want to share a real example that recently came to our attention. Sarah, a disability grant recipient from Cape Town, experienced a payment delay because she wasn't aware of these new verification requirements. Her payment was held up for 2 weeks while she gathered the necessary documentation and completed the new verification process. This is exactly the kind of situation we want to help you avoid. Something else you need to know about is the new income verification process. SASSA has enhanced its system to cross-reference with other government databases, including SARS. This means they can more easily detect if beneficiaries have other sources of income that might affect their grant eligibility. If there are any discrepancies, your payment could be delayed while SASSA investigates. For those of you who receive child support grants, there are specific changes you need to be aware of. SASSA is now conducting more regular checks on school attendance and immunization records. While these requirements aren't new, the enforcement has become much stricter. Make sure you have up-to-date records for your children to avoid any payment interruptions. Here's something crucial that many people don't realize. SASSA has also changed how they handle appeals and queries. The time frame for resolving payment issues has been extended, which means if there is a problem with your grant, it might take longer to fix than it used to. This is why it's so important to ensure all your information is correct and up to date before any issues arise. Now, I know this all sounds quite overwhelming, but don't worry, I'm going to tell you exactly what you need to do to protect your payments. First and foremost, gather all your important documents. This includes your ID, proof of residence, bank statements, if applicable, and any other documentation specific to your type of grant. Having these ready will make it much easier to respond if SASSA requests verification. It's also crucial to keep track of your payment dates and amounts. If you notice any changes or delays, report them immediately. Don't wait, hoping the issue will resolve itself. SASSA has implemented new channels for reporting problems, including an updated hotline system and online portal. However, be aware that these new systems might take some time to get used to. Let me share another important tip: take screenshots or keep records of all your interactions with SASSA. This includes any messages you receive from them, confirmation numbers for queries, and dates of visits to SASSA offices. This documentation can be invaluable if you need to follow up on any issues with your grant payment. For those of you who use the SASSA card, there are some specific changes you need to know about. The agency has implemented new security features on these cards, which might require you to update your PIN or verify your identity at an ATM before your next payment. Don't wait until payment day to do this. Be proactive and make sure your card is ready to use. I want to address a question many of you have been asking: will these changes be permanent? From what we understand, most of these new procedures are here to stay. They're part of SASSA's broader strategy to modernize their systems and reduce fraud. While this might cause some short-term inconvenience, it's intended to make the system more reliable in the long run. Here's something practical you can do right now. Check your SASSA status online or through their mobile app. Make sure all your information is correct and that there are no pending verification requirements. If you spot any discrepancies, address them immediately. It's much better to deal with these issues now than to face payment delays later. For those of you who help family members with their grants, please share this information with them. Many elderly recipients or people with disabilities might not be aware of these changes, and they're often the most vulnerable to payment delays. Help them ensure their documentation is in order and their information is up to date. Let's talk about the appeal process if your payment is delayed. SASSA has introduced new guidelines for appeals, and while the process might take longer, it's important to follow it correctly. Document everything, keep copies of all submissions, and most importantly, start the process as soon as you notice any issues with your payment. Before we wrap up, I want to emphasize that while these changes might seem daunting, they're manageable if you stay informed and prepared. Keep watching our channel for updates, as we'll continue to bring you the latest information about SASSA grants and any new changes that might affect your payments. Remember, knowledge is power, and being prepared is your best defense against payment delays. Don't let these changes catch you off guard. Take action now to ensure your grant payments continue smoothly. Review your documentation, update your information, and stay alert for any communications from SASSA. If you found this information helpful, please hit that like button and share this video with anyone who receives a SASSA grant. Subscribe to our channel for more updates and practical information about SASSA grants and other social support programs in South Africa. Together, we can help ensure everyone stays informed and prepared. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to leave a comment below if you have any questions or experiences to share. We're all in this together, and your input helps us create more helpful content for our community. Stay safe, stay informed, and we'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to like this video and hit that subscribe button to stay updated with the latest SASSA news and information. Click the notification bell to make sure you never miss our important updates. Share this video with your friends and family who receive SASSA grants. They need to know this information too. Leave a comment below with your questions or experiences, and we'll do our best to help you navigate these changes.